Welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out who will you date next, who's going to be your next partner. So you've got three options to choose from. I've got all kings over here, but if you want to date a feminine, that is fine too. Just go by the image or the suit, whatever calls out to you the most. So for group 1, your card is the King of Wands, and this is what it looks like. Group 2, you have the King of Pentacles. And group 3, you have the King of Cups. So feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, so if you guys chose the King of Wands, first let's find out who will you date next. So the cards that came out for you are Judge, Palladians, which says unconditional love, excitement, laughter, and the Six of Swords. Alright, if you've never experienced love before, the person that you're going to date next might just be the first time that you actually experience love in its truest, most beautiful, blissful form, in all its glory. I feel like this person, there's someone who is in love with love itself. They're very romantic. They love to make sure that whoever they're with is having a nice time. They're comfortable. They're enjoying themselves. They love to make people laugh, so they're always cracking jokes, pulling pranks. They're full of witty one-liners. Might be someone who by profession is a lawyer or a judge, or someone who's attending law school currently. It doesn't have to be, of course. Can be someone who has Gemini, Libra, Aquarius somewhere in their big three. I can see that in general this person has a very innate sense of justice. Neither do they do wrong by anyone else, nor do they tolerate it if someone is being unfair to them. They always speak up. They do not tolerate it if someone comes and gives them bullshit or starts treating them like a doormat or pushes their boundaries. They do not like that at all. They're also a very active part of whatever community they belong to. In fact, this can be someone who's associated with some NGO or is very big with community service. They always make sure that they're taking some time out from their life, from their busy life, because this does seem to be someone who's a very busy individual. And they go make time to, either go to some old age home or some orphanage or somewhere else, and the kind of person that they are, full of love and laughter. So they want to pass that on to other people, ensure that other people have a good time. If they can spread smiles, it makes them feel like they've achieved something on that particular day. They're also someone who seems to be, they never get deterred by whatever setbacks they face in life. They're always the kind of person who'll just get up, dust themselves off, and then start walking again. Because with Six of Swords over here, I think they have dealt with their fair share of, I won't exactly say setbacks, even if I've used it earlier. You can say struggles or hardships or difficult lessons. But nothing could break their spirit. Nothing could break their determination. Nothing could, put out that fire that they have. They also seem to be someone who's very liked in general by everyone around them. I won't say that they're everyone's favorite, not necessarily, but then this is someone whom people do look forward to hanging out with or spending time with, primarily because of who they are as a person. They always have a very faint smile on their face, and even if you don't know them or whenever you meet them for the first time, simply on the basis of how they look, their external appearance in itself gives away a lot about how they are. And I know we say that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but in this case, even if you do decide to book this particular judge by its cover, you wouldn't be disappointed and you wouldn't be wrong in your judgment either. They might have brown hair or blonde hair, or even, what is this, ginger, orange, reddish, those shades. They're tall, they're lean, they might be having a tattoo somewhere on their body. Their eyes aren't that big, but they've got these really nice high cheekbones and well-defined cheeks. Might be having a round face or an oval face. Might have been an athlete in school or college. Okay, let's take a look at their possible initials. So what might be the possible initials? The person in group 1 is going to take next. Maybe the possible initials in group 1 is going to take next. Okay, so we've got A, Y, N, B, A. Maybe they like basketball. V, B, E, O, another A, S, and G. We've got 3 A's over here, so maybe their first name, middle name, surname all start with the letter A, or the letter A or B also for that matter comes more than once in their name. Alright, now let's find out when will you be meeting this person. So the cards that came out for it were Recognition and Reward and Knight of Wands. They're a charmer. And this is such a nice coincidence that you chose the King of Wands and then you got the Knight of Wands over here for how will you, when will you be meeting them. So I do feel like you guys will grow together, or you will somehow be bringing out the best in them. It'll definitely start off as something very flirty. There will be lots of passion in it right from the get-go. With Recognition and Reward over here, I think you'll be very flattered by all the attention that this person will shower you with. Right from the get-go, they'll put you on a pedestal, they'll make you feel very seen, very heard. Not that you're looking for any outside validation, that's not what I'm implying, but maybe, and especially, like I said, for a lot of you, I'd said that this might be the first time you'll get to experience true love. So if that is the case, of course, you're going to enjoy every little moment of it. And who better to get as a partner than this person over here who will make sure that you're having a good time, whether it is in bed or whether it's outside, anywhere, it'll all be good. For some of you with Knight of Swords, this might start as a no strings attached or a friends with benefits situation, which will eventually blossom into something more meaningful like love. The entry of this person in your life can coincide with some big achievement of yours on the work front. So let's say if you're a content creator online, you've hit a very big milestone in terms of your subscribers or your followers, and that is when this person comes in your life. Or if you work in a corporate job, so their entry in your life is in alignment with some promotion, or with you being made the team lead for some very, very important project. As far as the timing is concerned, this can take anywhere about 3 weeks to 3 months, depending upon different people, because this is a general reading. But because we have the Knight of Wands over here, I definitely don't think it's going to take longer than 3 months, because this is a very fast moving energy that has come out for you. Before this person is about to come in your life, you guys might see lots of repeating 3s as well. Alright, now let's see how will you be meeting them. So the cards that came out for it are Yin and Judgment. With Yin over here, there can be some woman who is involved in bringing you both together. So maybe this person has some sister or some cousin whom you're friends with, and she sets you guys up, or just someone whom you hang out with, and someone whom she knows is visiting, and she's thrown a house party and she's invited everybody, and that's where you get an opportunity to interact with each other. And if it isn't a female who's intervening or bringing you both together, with Judgment over here, there definitely is an element of familiarity over here. Now, of course, for some of you, this can be someone whom you know already, but you'd never dated them before, or you guys, like I said, just friends or friends with benefits and something like that, and eventually it'll transform into love. And for others of you, this is a past life connection who has found its way back to you in this life, which is why even if this person is new, they might not feel that new. They might feel very, very familiar, very comforting right from the get-go. And somewhere with Yin being present, it's almost as if you don't even need to go out of your way to bring this person in your life. It's almost as if your current energy, your vibe, everything, it's like you're calling in this person automatically. They're getting attracted into your life on their own without you having to like I said, do much, which is good. I'm getting a very specific message. If you guys go for wine tasting, you might meet this person there. Okay, now let's see how will your relationship with them be like. And the cards that came out for it were boundaries and the Hierophant. What I love about this reading for you, Group 1, is that we've seen the energy of unconditional love over here, and I had said that this might be someone with whom you experience love for the first time. And now the fact that for how will the relationship be, we got the Hierophant, which is often dubbed as the wedding card. You guys might just go on to marry the first person that you experience love with, because it'll be true love, pure love, the kind of love that you would always deserve, but perhaps you were looking for it in the wrong people, or unfortunately it was always some idiots whom you were attracting, and now finally when you get your match, you will go ahead and marry them. Even if you don't believe in marriage, with the Hierophant, this definitely can be something very, very long term, and you guys, might start living together, have kids together, even if you don't get married. Also with boundaries over here, this will be a very healthy relationship. Nobody will be stepping onto anybody else's boundaries. There will be a lot of independence, a lot of freedom. You can be yourself, they can be themselves. Nobody will be constantly hounding the other person regarding stuff like, what is your password, or whom are you going out to meet, who is this person, why don't I know them, why are you standing so close to them, and things like that. There will be no jealousy, because with Hierophant, you guys are just above all of that crap. You're both two very mature, sorted individuals who are coming together to create something beautiful, so that's good. Also with Hierophant, I do feel that you both will enjoy doing lots of things together. I'm getting this image of two people baking in the afternoon or cooking dinner together, things like that. If you are someone who growing up has always idolized their parents' marriage or their grandparents' marriage, you're going to get something like that. In fact, can be even better than that, but something that will definitely be matching your expectations. Also with the Hierophant, this individual will get along very well with your family, and you will get along very well with their family and friends. And in general, this just seems to be a very close-knit affair. I can see families getting together once in a week or twice or thrice in a month to catch up, family dinners, potluck, and things like that. Just overall, a very, very good vibe. Something really good, great, in fact, to look forward to. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, Group 1. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or email to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi Group 2, if you guys chose the King of Pentacles, first let's find out who will you be dating next. So the cards that came out for you were Child Wounded, Ouroboros, Infinity, Eternal Past Life, Eagle, and the Ace of Pentacles. This again is so nice. I mean, you guys chose the King of Pentacles and you've got the Ace of Pentacles over here. Now with the Ace of Pentacles, this definitely is someone new. I don't think this is anybody that you've ever dealt with before. However, the beautiful thing about this reading over here with Ouroboros and the fact that it says past life is that this is a past life connection who's coming back around in your present life. And the way that this snake or whatever this creature is going around this woman, it does feel like your connection with this particular individual has always been very protected. Alright, it's almost as if it was destined that at some point in your lives, you guys will cross paths, you guys will come together, you guys will enter into a beautiful relationship. And that is why, even though this is someone new, because this is a past life connection, they might not feel very new to you. They might feel very familiar. Especially, I'm being told, when you look into their eyes, it might not feel like you're looking into the eyes of a stranger. You might get very comforting. You might get a very comforting feeling just by looking at them, just by being in their presence. No doubt, with Child Wounded over here, this is someone who's had a rough childhood. So maybe they grew up in a very troubled households where parents were always fighting, or they grew up in the foster system. Not that it's all necessarily bad, but this person seems to be someone who from a very young age has had not very great experiences. I'm being told that the people whom they loved the most or the people whom they trusted the most might not have turned out to be very good, which of course isn't the best impression that you can leave on a child, especially. With seized opportunities over here and child wounded and then Ace of Pentacles, this could have been someone who grew up poor. All right, they could have grown up in a neighborhood that wasn't very posh. They could have grown up in a house that did not really have a lot of money, and they could have seen their parents or their older siblings or whoever really struggling to make ends meet. So this person that you're going to date next really, really values money. They know its worth. Even if they're making millions, you will never see them blowing money or spending money on things that they don't need, because they know how hard it is for some people to even get the bare minimum or even the basic necessities. It does feel like while growing up, there weren't a lot of people around them to comfort them, and they had to provide themselves words of encouragement or that warmth or that comfort from time to time. It's like they would look after themselves. They were their own parent at times, because when they needed their parents or some adult, you can say, there wasn't really anybody around. And even if it wasn't really a troubled marriage, or even if it wasn't really a foster home where they had a lot of trust in the other people, it could have simply been that because these guys did not really have a lot of money, their parents might have been working in multiple shifts or multiple jobs, so they weren't really home. And I can see that now this individual has, first of all, created a lot of wealth for themselves. So they might have done excellently well in school, in college, they got a very good job. For some of you, they might be someone who does their own business, something like that. So whether it's a job or whether it's a business, at this moment, this individual has no shortage of money. They make very good money, and they, like I said, they're self-made. They have created all of that wealth by themselves. They do not have any godfather in the industry. Nobody who could have guided them, nobody who could have told them that this is what you should be doing and this is what you shouldn't be doing. Through trial and error, life's lessons, they just figure out everything on their own. They can come across as someone who's a tough cookie, very difficult to get them to be vulnerable, because they do seem to be someone who's created this very hard exterior around them, but inside they're very kind, they're very soft, they're very naive. And I also feel like they do a lot for other kids who are not as privileged as they are now, or perhaps who remind them of their own childhood. So they might be someone who spends a lot of time at orphanages, or just in general they're very heavy with donations and things like that, or they might take out time to teach children for free in their spare time. What I like about this person is that they don't have any bad blood towards anyone. They're someone who's very big on the concept of forgive and forget and just keep moving on. They are an opportunist. If they want something, they'll go after it. And in fact, when I look at Ouroboros with Eagle, I do feel like they will be making the first move on you, because the minute that they lay their eyes on you, or when they get to know you a little bit, it's like they'll make up their mind. And with Ace of Pentacles in general, this seems to be someone who's always been very sure of the kind of life that they want for themselves, and in general what it is that they want, right? So once they're very clear about you are what they want, or that they want to date you, or they want to get to know you better, they will be very bold with the next move that comes. They might not waste a lot of time in beating around the bush and then trying to gauge your feelings. They'll be very upfront about the fact that they want to see you, that they might be very quick to ask you out on a date. And of course, this confidence of theirs can win your heart. They're very attractive as well. They have this very sunshine personality to them. In fact, how they are now, the lifestyle that they have now, or just in general the fact that they have a smile on their face, they're always cheering everyone up, looking out for others, it can be very difficult for someone to even imagine where are they coming from, because it's like they've left that part of them behind, but they have it in their memory, so that it helps them to stay grounded, is what I'm being told. They might have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart. They might have curly or wavy hair, can be salt and pepper too, black, brown, or blonde. All right, let's take a look at their possible initials now. But what might be the possible initials of the person who Okay, so we have F, M, C, another C, I, D, another I, two E's, a Y, O, and J. So this can be someone who's got more than one E in their name, more than one C in their name, more than one I in their name, or their first name and surname both begin with the same letter. Or first name, middle name, and surname all start with either C or I or E. Now let's see, when will you be meeting this person? So the cards that came out for it are Power and the Five of Wands. Now this is where it gets interesting. We have Five of Wands over here, and we've seen that this person is an opportunist and they do not shy away from going after what it is or who it is that they want. Five of Wands tells me that there might be some competition that they would have to face in order to get you. So they might not be the only person who's interested in you. There might be other people who are interested in you as well. The interesting thing about you, Group 2, is that you seem to be very, very aloof about the whole thing. I was picking up this message over here from 𝚅𝚒𝚍 itself, that it's like you live in your own bubble. Other people tell you that, oh, that guy's checking you out or this girl's checking you out. You have no idea. You're very lost in your own world. You only focus on the task at hand. But this individual, they might be aware that, you know, there are other people who want to date you, other people who want to romance you. But with Five of Wands over here and Power, I'm being told that they will beat the competition very, very easily. Nobody else really will be having any chance when it comes to this person. It's like nobody is even a close second when it comes to the person you'll be dating next. July can be very important. July, August, Leo season can be very important for when you meet this person, for when they come in your life. And somewhere with Power and Five of Wands over here, initially, I wouldn't say power struggle, but yes, initially there can be a bit of a push and pull between you guys. It's like they want you and you might feel like they're coming across too strongly, you know. It can intimidate you a little bit, it can overwhelm you a little bit, and you might not understand. In fact, you might even get thoughts such as, oh gosh, why is he after me, or why is this person after me? But eventually you will realize that they mean well, and it's just that they're pretty vocal about what it is that they want. And maybe you've never experienced such transparency or such honesty with someone's intentions right from the get-go, which is why it can seem a little different from you. But different doesn't always mean bad, right? And eventually, of course, they will be able to win your heart. In fact, you might, with Power and Five of Wands over here, you might have a very poor impression of them initially, but as and when you get to know them better, you'll be like, oh, I totally misjudged this person. Because remember, I had told you that they might have a very tough exterior, but they're basically a coconut personality. And once you realize that, once you figure that out on your own, I think it'll make it easier for you to open up to them. So for now, the timing that has come out, like I said, July, August, can be lesser than that for some of you, can be the beginning of August for some of you. And for some of you, it can be June as well. Alright. Also, because this is a timeless reading, if you find this after June, July, August, then it can be 5 weeks. Now let's see, how will you be meeting this person? So for that, we have Round and Round and the World. So Round and Round does tell me that there can be a bit of a runner-chaser dynamic over here. Nothing too toxic, don't worry. I think it's along the lines of what I was picking up on earlier, that you might feel like they're coming across too strongly, or they're too bold and this and that, and so they might try to chase you, ask you out for a date, and you might keep on refusing them because you'll be like, this something seems too fishy, why are they so interested in me and stuff. But eventually, of course, with the world, that cycle will break. And I think the minute you get to realize that, like I said, they're a very, very good person. In fact, you chose the King of Pentacles over here. These guys are as sure as it gets, about their intentions, and they're ready to invest in long-term relationships. So once you realize all of that, you will go ahead and give it a chance. So for some of you, like I said, with Round and Round, this person will approach you on their own, can be at your workplace, and after a bit of a running and chasing, you'll finally agree to go out with them on a date, and then it'll start off as another date and then another one, and before you know it, you guys are happily in a relationship together. And for the rest of you with the World over here, you can meet them while you're traveling to some other location, a different city, a different state, or for some of you even a different country because of work or some leisure trip, and that is where you'll be meeting them. Alright, now let's see how will your relationship with them be. So with that we have Luminosity and the King of Swords. Alright, King of Swords makes a lot of sense over here with the eagle, because we've already seen how this person is pretty clear about what they want. And so with King of Swords over here being upright, in this relationship, first of all, communication will always be very heartfelt, very honest, and very open. Nobody will be hiding anything from anyone, whether it is fears, doubts, worries, even love and romance. Everything will be in big, heartfelt quantities. The foundation of this relationship will be a lot of honesty and a lot of integrity. That too is something that you'll really appreciate, because maybe you've never really experienced that with anybody before. If you have any issues regarding yourself, such as, oh, I don't like the way that I look, I don't like the way that I sound, or anything else for that matter, with Luminosity over here, this individual will help you to realize just how perfect you are, just how amazing, how beautiful you are, and that there's nothing wrong with you at all. And likewise, it's like think of a picture, some space, all right, and it's all blank and it's got holes in it, and all of those holes are the wounds that this person carries. You will fill all of that up with your light. I don't exactly remember now which culture is this from, but it's basically that if a piece of crockery breaks, those guys put it back together using gold, and it is said that it just enhances the beauty of it. So it's like if they're broken, although they're very good at hiding it, you will be the gold that helps them come back together and make them love themselves even more, or feel even more confident, or just elevate their happiness because of your presence. So you both will be helping each other a lot in that department. But overall, of course, it'll be a very, very good relationship. In fact, somewhere with Luminosity, I also feel like you guys as a couple might be a power couple, or just in general a couple that everybody in the community really talks about a lot, or really wants to know what's up with you guys. That's how interesting you both will be. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, Group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there, or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi Group 3, if you guys chose the King of Cups, first let's take a look at your oracle cards to find out who will you date next. So the cards that came out for you are Child Orphan, Agarthans, Dog, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. So whoever it is that you date next, Group 3, there's a very, very strong possibility that this is the person whom you will eventually end up marrying and raising a family with. Alright, so who is this person? Right off the bat, this someone who is very, very independent, because from a very young age they haven't really had a lot of people around them to give them the right direction, or to be their guiding light, or to tell them what's right and what's wrong. They've always had to figure out everything all by themselves. They've had to make all of those decisions by themselves, and this could have been for any reason. Either the parents weren't really there for them when they needed them, very absentee parenting when it comes to the style, or for some of you, of course, they could have been an orphan and they grew up with their relatives who didn't really care that much, didn't really pay that much attention. This could have also been someone who was sent to live away from the family at a very young age. So perhaps they were sent to some boarding school, some hostel. And so from a very young age, they had to take care of their belongings and everything else, managing their studies, discovering their interests, talents, cultivating their hobbies, all by themselves. So now that they're an adult, they still have that independent vibe and independent quality to them. They do not like being told what to do because they're just not used to it anymore. So if anybody shows up in their life randomly and they're like, oh, don't do this, do that, it just won't go down too well with them. In fact, this can be someone who does their own thing, runs their own business, some tech startup or something like that. They're incredibly faithful. All right, very, very loyal, very, very faithful. So you'll never have to worry about them cheating on you with someone else, or you wouldn't really have to keep tabs on them, because they will win your trust. They will win your trust, like right from the beginning. They're also a very powerful manifester, whether or not they're aware of this quality themselves. So they don't necessarily have to be a spiritualist. In fact, I don't think this person is religious either. And that is the beauty of it. Like, they don't even realize what they've created. They don't even realize that the wish of theirs that just got fulfilled is because of the power that they hold. Even though growing up they weren't super close to their family, they are now. Okay, with 10 of Cups over here, now they're a family person. They might be a family man. Family comes first. Friendship and all other things, career, work, all of that takes a backseat when it comes to family. So if you decide to raise a family with them, you will never have to worry about them not prioritizing you or not prioritizing the kids. It won't just all be your responsibility. All right, there will be equal participation. This is someone who is a very strict disciplinarian as well. They like to do everything according to a set timetable. So they, every day, regardless of whether or not it's the weekend, they wake up at the same time every day. They go to bed at the same time every night. The kind of food that they're eating, what are they putting into their body, they're very mindful of everything. In fact, it's interesting that over here it says discipline, and then you guys chose the King of Cups, who's also wearing a wristwatch. So they really value time. They're very punctual. They value time, not just their own time, but they really respect the time of others too. So if they've asked you out on a date, they will not keep you waiting. They'll show up, might even show up before you, but will definitely not keep you waiting. Can be a dog person, someone who's grown up with pets, or someone who would, like they might really hound you to get a pet with them. I can also see that they're very good at understanding the diverse personalities of people around them. So this skill, of course, might interest you, that they know how your parents are, so they behave appropriately in front of your parents. Then, of course, they know how your siblings are, so they loosen up a little bit around your siblings. And then they know that your friends are absolutely crazy, so they can, become a part of that madness with your friends. So you will like how they change themselves around different type of people, just so that they can make them feel like, oh, this is one of our own. Like that. No ill intention over here. I can also see that this individual is very good at understanding what someone is feeling or thinking just by looking at them. Just a close look at you and they will know what's up. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you excited? Are you hiding something? They'll know it all. They're a very active part of their community too. Of course, we have seen that they've made amends with their family in case there was any discord. It does not have to be something that did happen. Like I said, it could simply have been that they grew up in a boarding school. But anyway, now they're a very active part of their community. So everyone, their family, relatives, family, friends, everybody loves this person. And they too, with 10 of cups over here, they like to take care of other people. They have this very natural thing in them wherein they like to take care of other people. They like to provide for other people. They like to ensure that everyone is happy, everyone has a full stomach. Very, yeah, like very grandmotherly, of course, in that sense that we shouldn't go to bed hungry and all, but it makes them very adorable and very sweet at the same time. This can be someone who either currently or at some point in their life could have braided their hair. Otherwise, they might be someone who's a natural blonde. They might also have brown hair or black hair. They might have some tattoo on them somewhere. Their skin tone might be different from yours, but they have a very attractive face. There's a lot of symmetry on their face. How there are some people who only prefer to take pictures from the left angle because the right one just does not look good. This person does not have to worry about any such thing, whether the angle is left, right, top or bottom. They will look good from everywhere. So that really is a blessing. They might have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in their chart, somewhere in the big three. All right, Spirit, what might be the possible initials of the person that you're taking next? Okay, so let's see. So we have Y, V, L, J, A, another A, X, E, I, G, Z, and then another I. What's repeating? So they might have more than one A in their name, they might have more than one I in their name, or their first name and surname both might begin with the same letter. Alright, now let's see when will you be meeting this person. So the cards that came out for it are Patience and the Two of Cups. I'm being told it'll be worth the wait because Two of Cups is often dubbed as the card of soulmates, right? So no matter how long it's been since you've been single, or if you've been single since forever, when you do get someone, and especially because you guys did have the 10 of Cups, this will be it, all right? The person that you're going to date next is your forever person. So it'll all really be worth the wait. Now, it does say Patience over here, and we have Two of Cups. It can take anywhere between the next 2 to 7 months for you to meet this person, or for this person to come in your life and for you guys to start dating. It can be that they come in your life within the next 2 months, but you want to take your time with it. So you try to assess them or gauge them a little bit before you agree to go out on a date with them. All right, now let's see how will they be coming in your life. Although when I saw IG over here for a lot of you, maybe you guys meet through Instagram, maybe for some of you. Okay, so for that we have Come to the Edge and Eight of Pentacles. A lot of you either currently work with this person, or soon you will join their company, or they might join your company. Oh, we did see that they have a startup. So if you join a new company, this might be your boss or someone you report to. And Come to the Edge tells me that there definitely will be a risk factor associated with this, because maybe your workplace does not have a policy, or has a policy which does not allow co-workers to date each other. Many places have that rule. So maybe your company too has one such rule, which is why it'll be like nothing short of a thrilling experience to keep dating each other without anybody getting to know. And of course, another reason why this can be a bit risky is because this person is your boss. If you guys don't work in the same company, it can be the same building complex. It can be one such co-working space where there are lots of offices. So maybe in the lift or somewhere is how you guys meet each other. Or it can also be that you would have to travel to some location for a work thing. You're attending some seminar, some conference, and they're also there, and that's how you guys interact and meet each other. Someone whom you work with right now might also set you up on a blind date with this person. That's another message. All right, now let's see how will your relationship with them be. So for that we have Soulmates and the Lovers. It's like you guys have got all the nice cards. You have 10 of Cups, you have 2 of Cups, you have the Lovers, and you have Soulmates. So without a doubt, this is it for you guys. This is the one that we keep talking about. And this is, how do I what is there to explain in this? We've got soulmates and we've got lovers. It's like you both were made for each other. I can't even imagine you ending up with anybody else. And I'm sure once you start dating this person, you too will not be able to imagine yourself with anyone else. In fact, if you guys have dated people in the past and it didn't work out, the minute you start getting close to this person, the minute you start getting serious with them, seriously dating them, it'll all make sense to you. You know, all of those memories of the past people will come back to your mind, and it'll make sense why it did not work out with any of them. Because nothing could have been as beautiful as what you will be sharing with this person. In fact, because we have the lovers and soulmates on every level, whether it is physical compatibility, whether it is emotional compatibility, it's all check, 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 check. All wins for you. Some likes and dislikes might be different. Somewhere, of course, nature and personality might be different. But despite that, it just seems to be a very beautiful blend, you know, like two pieces of a puzzle that just fit together so harmoniously, so perfectly. Your love story, in fact, might even go down in history, is what I'm being told. Oh, and look at this. Before they come in your life, you guys might see a lot of repeating 3. We've got double 3 over here, and then we have another 3 over here. So 333 especially is something that you might see a lot before they're about to come in your life. Red butterflies too, maybe. Yellow butterflies, red butterflies coming very close to you. This relationship will be everything that you could have ever asked for, and so much more, Group 3. And I think that is why Spirit is saying that, look, even if it takes time, just we're giving you a glimpse of what's in store for you so that you can hang in there. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, Group 3. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know it down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or email to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.